Did you ever work on a homicide where you knew either the victim or the victim's family?
Yes.
Did that make it that much exponentially difficult?
No, but before we go on, I got to tell you, I like that word exponentially. My son uses it all the time, and I'm saying, Jesus Christ, are you sure you came out of these loins? I mean, that's a big word, son. Maria Hernandez, March 17th, 1985, in Dale, Okazaki, first victims of the modern Night Stalker case. Maria Hernandez was shot, and she was shot just as she was entering through her garage into the condo proper. And Richard made a deliberate noise. She turned around and he's coming at her point shoulder. She's got the keys to her condo in the car in her hand. She's just unlocked the door going in and hit the button. So that gives her 8 seconds from the time the garage door closes and the light goes out. So she puts her hands up like this. He's within 18 inches, pulls the trigger. She goes down like a sack of potatoes. He then just pushes her body out of the way and goes into the condo. The bullet hit the keys in her hand, never exited. She gets up, hits the button.
Okay, so hand goes up.
Hand goes up, he shoots, it stays in there, she goes down. He goes inside, she jumps up, hits the button, goes around. And if you were watching this in the movie, you'd see her running down the alley and you'd say, "Run, Maria, run, you're eating your popcorn. Don't be stupid." She goes around the front, Richard comes, she hears a second gunshot. And then Richard comes out the front door when she's around. They play cat and mouse around a little Volkswagen. Finally, she puts her hands up and says, "Don't shoot me again. You've already shot me once." And so he just puts the gun by his side and walks away. He doesn't run. "Down, Milo." "No. Milo, come here." And so she then, "Don't shoot me again." He goes away. She goes inside the house, and there's Dale Okazaki dead. She called 911. Cops get down there. I get down there eventually, and I'm doing the crime scene on the inside. I'm in the living room. The front door is about 3 feet higher off the ground than street level. It's dark outside. I'm silhouetted, and just like if you're on stage, when you're lit up, you can't see the crowd out there. Well, I'm silhouetted. I can't see the crowd, and the deputy comes in. He says, "Excuse me, Gil. There's a lady out here who says she's Maria's mother, would like to talk to you. Can you get a minute?" And I said, "Okay, tell her to give me 2 minutes max. I just want to finish taking these measurements. I'll be right with her." Well, I don't even do that. The door's open. I hear somebody say, "Gilbert, is that you?" And shit, nobody calls me Gilbert. I'm Gil. I'm too cool for Gilbert now. And I said, "Yes, it is." She goes, "It's me, Pauline." And I said, "Pumpkin, is that you?" And she says, "Yes." Well, Pumpkin grew up 3 doors down from me. My mom and dad baptized Maria
Wow.
as a child. Unfortunately, about 6 months later, Pauline got divorced. They moved out, and I never saw her again up until this night.
Wow.
So I did know somebody, but it didn't make a difference.
Yeah.
It really didn't make it. The defense tried to make it a difference, but there was no difference. She was just another victim.
Okay, so now that we're on the Night Stalker, and I don't want to go into a whole bunch, for the audience, if you want a really great interview with Gil, tune into Truth Nation podcast with Bodner and Mark. They did a really in-depth interview with you. It was really great.